Everyone's here.
Yes.
Mr. Cook's not coming?
He's not coming.
Okay. And we have a quorum.
Yes.
Okay, so if we have a quorum, I'm going to call the meeting to order. Do you want to do a roll call for?
Abby Bemis. Here. Marcus Harris.
Here.
Brendan Heil.
Here.
Paul Cook. Al Nichols.
Yeah, here.
And Paul did let us know that he would not be here.
Pardon?
Paul did let us know that he will not
Okay.
be here.
Okay. Well, I heard her saying names, and then I heard you say Paul. I said, no, don't insult me. Okay, everybody's here. We've got a quorum. The first point of business is the minutes from May 9th and May 30th. Can I have a motion?
I have a motion to approve the minutes from May 9th or May 30th. We don't need two separate motions.
Second?
Second.
Second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Now, we have three applications. First one is Cedar Corner Complex Thirsty Pony Edition.
I'm going to do the report.
Mr. Chairman, if we could go over a financial report and project updates first on the amended agenda that I handed out, that would be the third item, if you don't mind.
I don't care, I just don't see it on the agenda.
It was on the amended agenda that I handed you before the meeting. There you go.
Well, once it's on my iPad, I'm done for.
Apologies. The last meeting we had, May 30th, was a special meeting, which we did not present financials at. So that is my fault. I was working off of an old template.
Okay, so the financial report and project updates,
Wonderful.
but that has not been sent to us.
It has not been sent to you.
Okay. So we
It has been distributed for folks in the audience and amongst members today, but we will get that corrected online.
Okay.
So if I could start today with a few project status updates for grants that have been made in the past. I wanted to note that Sweet Potato Catering LLC has withdrawn their grant commitment. They have returned it back to the city, indicating that the program or that the project that they intended to do would not be done in a timely fashion, so that they are returning those dollars to the city, or that commitment to the city. Pipe Creek Wharf, which was a project that was approved last year, the owner-developer has indicated about 4 to 5 weeks out from soft opening, and I have a site visit scheduled for this Friday, July 14th at the site. And lastly, I'll offer that North Coast Street Customs, I had a site visit on Thursday, July 6th, to inspect the project that has been done. The hydraulic lift has been installed, as well as the mid-rise lift in the paint spray booth, which was supported by a grant from the city of Sandusky. I'm awaiting final proof of funds for spent before grant release. In terms of financials, just a reminder, total for 2023 funding is $986,397. The encumbrances to date from 2001, 2022, 2023 are $504,400, which leave total funds available today at $481,997, as evidenced on the financial report that was sent to you in advance. Any questions?
Anybody in the committee have a question?
No.
And all of the projects that we have funded are on time,
Absolutely.
or within a reasonable.
Within budget, yeah, within their time of performance.
I agree with Mr. Cook's comments about, some of these projects going way out. So, good. I think I'm going to take a motion to accept the financial report separately. That's all right with.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? When we recycle our law director, he doesn't care if we do a roll call. Okay, now
Now,
I will get down to my pad
great.
and we'll discuss the Cedar Corner Complex Thirsty Pony. First of all, welcome the owners and, or at least managers or finance owners or.
Great. Thank you. For your consideration today, we do have 3 projects. An expansion of an existing Sandusky business, a new business by a female entrepreneur, as well as an expansion of an existing Lorain, Ohio minority-owned business opening a second location in Sandusky. The first project today is Cedar Corner Complex Thirsty Pony Edition. It's related to a business expansion at the Cedar Corner Complex owned and operated by S&S Realty LTD, a generational family business operating in Sandusky since 1982. The project in which S&S Realty seeks support is the renovation of the space formerly operated as Rain Water Park, an expansion of dining opportunities at the Thirsty Pony. The project address is 1935 Cleveland Road. The vacant space will be converted into a state-of-the-art sportsbook lounge and bar. The reinvention of the long-shuttered facility into a destination for those seeking sports betting and expanded off-track racing opportunities will feature large open spaces, a custom bar and seating, entertainment and sports viewing, sportsbook kiosk, and teller windows. It is anticipated that the addition of the facility will attract new visitors to the city, extend the stay of those enjoying many opportunities offered in the greater Sandusky area, including coaster riding and thrill seeking at Cedar Point, and capture the attention of sports enthusiasts attending events at Cedar Point's Sports Center just down the road. An outdoor patio, kitchen, and eating amenities also are being added at the Thirsty Pony restaurant to keep up with the increased demand for families, couples, and friends seeking outdoor dining experience at the site. The new addition is expected to add up to an additional 25 employees throughout the complex, including wait and bar staff, housekeeping, and management positions. Current year annual sales revenue for the complex is $11.6 million. Expansion efforts estimate increased revenue to $13.5 within 3 years. Payroll is expected to grow from $2.4 million to $3.5 million in the same time period. Employee average pay is $25,000 with modest growth estimated in the coming years. The sources and uses submitted with the application total just over $1.7 million. For the purposes of the request before this committee, the costs mainly related to the creation of the sports book lounge and bar incurred at the tail end of 2022 and being incurred now in the 2023 program year total $1.39 million, and they're highlighted and dated in your meeting materials. I am requesting this committee's recommendation to the Sandusky City Commission a $140,000 economic development grant. In doing so, the city makes an investment in a company that has deep roots in the community and that has remained present and active during periods of economic downturn and uncertainty. Further, the location is a gateway to Cedar Point as well as to Sandusky's uniquely quaint neighborhoods and historic downtown. It spurs economic impact with increased sales and payroll tax and creates job opportunities for those seeking service sector employment. I welcome your questions.
And it looks like pretty much everybody, Mr. Sortino, is of a local nature.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Mr. Chair, I don't have any general questions per se, but, just looking at the application, looking at the project, looking at all the positive benefits that can be related directly or indirectly to this type of project, I think that this is a great opportunity, and I thank the gentleman for continue to invest in the city along that eastern corridor. as we look at the ancillary businesses that could, spring up from the existence of this facility, I think there's additional economic development opportunities. And so it's not just this one project, but I think that it could spur some other things as well in that general area. So, I see nothing but upsides to supporting such an endeavor for a business that's been here in the community.
Anybody else have any questions or comments?
I agree with Marcus.
Oh,
Love seeing a company investing in the city again and again and again. Really detailed application information, so I have no questions. I, in particular, love the exterior aspect of this project, with that being a gateway to many people in the city. So appreciate that aspect of
Yes.
a sizable investment.
Yes, absolutely. Anybody else have any other questions? So due to the dollar amount, I would ask this committee to make a recommendation to the city commission to approve this.
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Not, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. No?
Please take a roll call vote for the actual grants, Chair.
Voice vote.
Like, actually
roll call?
record the votes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Okay. Call the roll call, please.
Brendan Heil,
Yes.
Alan Nichols,
Yes.
Abby Bemis,
Yes.
Marcus Harris.
Yes.
Okay. So it's up to the commission.
Thank you.
But first of all, thanks for showing up. A lot of people don't show up.
It's called respect.
Yes, well,
Best little town in the world is right here in Sandusky, and we're proud of it.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Ciao.
helping build it.
Joe.
Still got 2 bottles of wine waiting for you.
you don't tell them on there.
Hi.
For the record, his son-in-law lives 2 doors away from me. Okay, our next one then would be Sandusky Book Bar.
Great. The second project is a new business creation on Sandusky's south side. On the heels of the adoption of the South Side Neighborhood Plan, where economic prosperity is the 5th pillar of the neighborhood revitalization strategy, I'm delighted to bring this to your attention as an endeavor being undertaken by a female entrepreneur, Janie Honor. Ms. Honor's professional experience in business development, sales, and account management, as well as service industry-related work in managing bars, positions her well for success in this venture. The Sandusky Book Bar will offer a dine-in and carry-out coffee shop, a casual bar with an abundance of seating, as well as an affordable bookstore. Ms. Honor's intention is to provide Sanduskians and visitors to the city a gathering space that is unlike anything else in town and aims to create a relaxed atmosphere and comfortable location for connecting with family and friends, working, studying, or relaxing with a book. The building in which Sandusky Book Bar will be located is the former YMCA building at 2101 West Perkins Avenue, and it will occupy approximately 5,000 square feet. Sandusky Book Bar will be open daily from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Ms. Honor has a 3-year lease for the space with a 2-year renewal option. Ms. Honor intends to create 4 jobs at the facility with average payroll ranging growth from $41,000 up to about $98,000. Her estimates for current year generate approximately $107,000 in sale revenue if opened in late summer or fall of 2023. With year 1 of full operation, she estimates $273,267. Sandusky Book Bar estimates startup costs at approximately $280,000, of which $175,238 are related to pre-development and leasehold improvements. I'm requesting the committee's recommendation to the Sandusky City Commission a $15,000 economic development grant. In doing so, we emphasize a commitment to advance neighborhood renewal on the south side of the city and to supporting the entrepreneurial spirit of those wishing to invest here. I welcome your questions.
And half of that building is, there's window storage from Port Clinton.
Yes.
And they told me I couldn't remember breakfast. Any questions?
At this point, since this is a startup, she's not a certified WBE yet, or Woman
She's
Business
not.
Enterprise? Okay. You know, in coming off the heels of the Southside Plan and looking at this particular property and the investment in the business model, I think that this is a unique addition to the neighborhood and in that business area. And I think that just that unique nature and the risk and moving everything forward with that development in that area warrants the support of this body, and I would like to congratulate her on taking the risk of going out and doing something different.
Any other questions,
I don't have any questions, but
comments?
I also think this is a pretty exciting project. It's also showing some investment in a startup that's going to have some real potential for growth. So I'm excited.
Debbie, anything?
Well said. Startup but with pretty diverse experience that I think will add a lot to their likelihood of success, so.
So, all those in favor, we'll do the roll call.
Need a motion?
To make the motion.
I would move to recommend the grant as stated in the report and recommendation for $15,000.
To the commission, okay.
Mhm.
Take the roll call.
Do we need a second?
Second.
All right, Marcus Harris,
Yes.
Alan Nichols,
Yes. You confused me with Paul Hogan again.
Abby Bemis,
Yes.
Brendan Howe.
Yes.
Goes in front of the commission. When does the commission meet again?
The next meeting is July 24th.
Okay, the third and final project is an expansion of an existing Lorain, Ohio minority-owned business opening a second location in Sandusky. Brown Robinson Funeral Home is the oldest African-American-owned funeral home in Lorain County. It was purchased by Ray Robinson in 1998. The youngest of 10 children and a Norwalk native, Robinson is also an ordained minister of the Living Word Church. Pastor Robinson's work tending to those in moments of grief is aided by his gentle spirit and uplifting kindness through his professional ministry. Late last year, Pastor Robinson shared his plans to expand his funeral home business by opening a new location in Sandusky. At the time of the meeting, Robinson spoke eloquently about the needs for this expansion, as there does not exist a funeral home from Lorain, Ohio to Toledo that attends to, as a primary focus, those in the African American community needing services after losing loved ones. Pastor Robinson entered into a purchase agreement via land contract with Father's Heart Ministry for the acquisition of the property at 1814 Milan Road. Rehabilitation of the building has commenced, with services anticipated to begin this summer. Brown Robinson Funeral Home in Sandusky estimates current year, July through December 2023, annual sales revenue of $153,000. Thereafter, Brown Robinson Funeral Homes estimates growth at approximately 25% per year, with three-year operations estimated at $633,000. Payroll also increases steadily per projections from current year of $38,250 to $221,697 in year 3, with full-time employees growing from 1 to 4 employees with pay range of $20,000 to $51,000 in that same time period. Total project costs, which includes land contract down payment, are $317,237,000. Renovation costs at the property are $157,237. I'm requesting the committee's recommendation to the Sandusky City Commission a $15,000 economic development grant. By doing so, we assist this project as well as signify the willingness to support business growth and expansion to the city. Brown Robinson Funeral Home chose Sandusky for business expansion and will serve the community well for many years. The project meets several preferences of the program. It's minority-owned, will increase job opportunities and tax revenue, will enhance an entryway into the city, and will swiftly utilize a vacant space vacated by former owner. I welcome your questions.
This is the only Black-owned funeral home that I can think of between Toledo and Lorraine.
Lorraine, yeah.
That area.
That is correct. And I think, choosing Sandusky to do business is a testament to, I think, the market potential that exists in here and seeing things that going and growth and wanting to belong and attach themselves to this. And so I'm encouraged by, this particular enterprise. Kind of similar to the last question, seeing if there was a certified MBE, and the reason I asked that question is that to bring awareness to the fact that these programs exist for our state and for businesses, for opportunities to get financing or to enhance their project scopes, that hopefully more of them will begin to, take on that process of getting certified and hollering at the good people over at RISE and ECADEC to do that, because we definitely need more of these certifications for these businesses in the area to get a hold of and get access to capital in challenging times with low interest rates. And so, I asked that question just to bring that level of awareness to it for people who may be watching out there, that this is something that's serious that they really need to pursue in terms of their businesses, for disadvantaged businesses, women-owned businesses, and minority-owned businesses.
Thank you. I just out of curiosity, I will ask Pastor Ray if he is, if they're certified in Lorraine. I suspect they may be, but certainly will invite him to participate in becoming registered here in Erie County and in the city of Sandusky. Any additional questions?
If not, can I have a recommendation to the City Commission in regards to this?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Second? Second?
He seconded, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Al Nichols,
Al.
Abby Bemis,
Yes.
Brendan Heil,
Yes.
Marcus Harris.
Yes.
Thank you.
Passes and goes to the City Commission. I think there are 3 good projects. And I
Yeah.
think with this last one, we do 2 things. A, we help the community, and we help the minority community. So I think it's two-edged sword there.
If I may, I will say all 3 applicants were incredibly responsive to providing information for the application and all follow-up. I spent a great deal of time with each of them, understanding their projects, visiting sites, looking at financials, and in conversation, whether it was here in this chambers up in my office or out at their location. They really were a pleasure to work with, all 3 of them.
Out to their location. Let's get this one straight. Is that Mr. Sartino's?
I actually know all 3 of them. I've been to their locations.
Colleen, my
Yes.
compliments, because 3 consistently, very strongly completed applications. And
Yes.
I'm guessing that has a lot to do with the time you spent with the applicants as well, because it is a new process for most and not something people are used to. So thank you for helping them through that. It certainly helped me as a committee member.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you.
Before we adjourn, Sharon?
Yes, I have a couple things.
Absolutely.
Looking over the application documents, neither the committee or staff mentioned this conflict on the Brady signs for Thirsty Pony and the Robinson Funeral Home. I'm disappointed in that. We've been talking about this conflict for 2 years now, and it appears in the documents again.
I guess, Sharon, I would ask the question, where else, besides going out of town,
Can you speak up?
where else besides leaving town are we going to find sign companies? And it was a competitive bid, and Mr. Brady does not have any ownership in Brady Sign anymore.
When did that happen?
3.5 years ago.
When?
About 3.5 years ago when his son took it over.
Okay, but his son, he's related to his son. His son has.
So if I can, just so we can move things along, we've reviewed them all. There are no conflicts in these because there's no dollars flowing to Brady Signs from the grant. And the city, and to the extent that folks have to recuse themselves for other conflicts, that's up to city commission. But the city's already reviewed all these, and there are actually, I just want to make it very clear, there are no actual conflicts here.
I would agree with that. But
It was, the sign was included in the cost, for the calculations of the 10%, correct? The signs were?
They
It
were
is-
not.
Well, that's not what the documents are saying, though.
Ms. Johnson, we've already answered this question numerous times. To the extent that local business people want to use their own money to buy things, and that is part of their decision on the project, but the economic development grant is not going to pay for the signs.
That's not how it's reading, though. If the sign wasn't included and they wanted
Do
to
you have any
pay
other
for the-
comments?
Wait, just let me speak here. If the sign wasn't included and the company wanted to pay for their own sign, I have no problem with that. But it is included in the paperwork, right, Colleen?
It is, and it's Colleen. It is included in the paperwork.
So
because it
why
is-
don't you take that out, so there's no conflict then? Just subtract it out.
There's not a conflict, Ms. Johnson. We've answered this question.
I think we've asked and answered, as my good friend Judge Roberts would say, it's been asked and answered numerous times. And if you have any other questions, I'll be happy to hear them.
Mr. Chair, just to end point, in spirit of transparency, I think the fact that the information, all the information that we have is included within the application is an action that shows a commitment to transparency. If you take something like that out of the calculation and say we are calculating at that percentage, it makes it kind of foggy and people to understand exactly what is being divvied out. And so I think that when I see that, and when I reviewed it, I did see it, but as in the past, as Mr. House said, these individual pieces and parts of an entire project may not be paid for directly from the grant funds. And also, in the spirit of transparency, it's laid out. It's to be seen. To take it out, I think, would be not transparent.
Well, I thank you for the transparency, but this ruling has it's mind-boggling. I mean, when you read the Ohio Revised Code and the charter and everything, and maybe Mr. Brady doesn't own the company, his son does. He's related to his son. I don't understand that.
Okay, Major, your point. Any other questions?
No.
If not, our next meeting will be September 12th, 23. And hopefully we can have as many great applicants as we had this time. So,
Motion, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
pardon?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
That's what I was asking.
Second.
for. I heard a motion to adjourn, okay? He seconded
Second,
it.
yeah.
And there's, the roll calls, everybody says yes.